What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we got a day trading recap. Check it out. Well, guys, today was kind of like a little, I don't know, step out of your comfort zone type day. I came into the day not expecting a whole lot based off of yesterday's action. Yesterday, really nothing. There was really nothing out there for me yesterday. Sure, there was some puts I could have taken on Tesla, but they were crazy expensive. I think I showed you guys they were like $40, $50 a contract. That was nuts. Then the SPY was making some moves, further up, but on very low volume. So it was like, I don't know about that. But today I do have a live trade here for you. Actually, I think I have two live trades recorded, and I think you're going to like them. I'm sitting on well over a double on the day, a little bit more, and could have had myself a triple. Had I just held on a little bit longer, I would have had myself a triple on the day. But hey, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about, hitting up over a double today. So I'm happy about that. And I do have the live trades recorded for you. But before we move on, you know what time it is. Do me that favor. Feed the YouTube algorithm for me. Smash that like button. Comment in the comment section below. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Guys, before I forget, I also want to let you know about Webull. Webull is a stock trading app which I consider way better than Robinhood. It has way more tools. Okay, you can actually put VWAP, EMAs, I think MACDs, everything on your charts. And they also have IRAs where you can open up your IRA account so you can invest for your retirement. Also, if you want to use that app and get 2 free stocks, there's a link in the description section below. If you use my link, you will get 2 free stocks one of them valued up to $1,400. I already got my 2 free stocks, so make sure you take advantage of that because, hey, free stocks. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this. And let me show you. I had to restart my system, so my watch list isn't up here. This is just like an old watch list. So now I lost all my drop downs here, but don't worry about it. We're going to go ahead and jump into this recap here and look at all the small caps I was looking at. BRN was I think it was a gapper this morning. I remember hitting my high day scanner. It was, a stock under $1 yesterday. And out of nowhere, we just went from $1, okay, $1.02 low a day, all the way to $2.68. And then it came back down to $1.50, and now it's well under VWAP, and it's just chopping around there. I mean, keep an eye on this thing here. If it continues to hold this $1.50, reclaims VWAP maybe during lunch, holds it, might get another afternoon squeeze, but it hasn't been something that's been happening lately, so I wouldn't hold my breath on it. Then we had, there was another stock that to me was like a straight pump and dump. I don't know who did this. But it looks just like a chat room pump and dump. Is it this one? No, it's not. This is actually the only small cap that made a nice red to green move and is holding up above that level. So I'm going to definitely keep this on watch and see if this is going to maybe kickstart the afternoon pushes on these small caps. If it holds VWAP, holds this 250 area, we might get another squeeze in the afternoon during power hour. But we did have another stock today. Let me see if I can find it. That it looked straight like a pump and dump. Okay, I found it. ZKIN. So that's ZKIN. Look at this. Whoever did this should be ashamed of themselves. Look at this. Look at that. I don't even know how to make this chart look good so you can see it. But this was a gapper. It gapped up, okay? And it started to fade after the open, and out of nowhere at right here at $1.31, I feel like somebody put a buy alert somewhere and some shorts got squeezed out, and this stock went from $1.30 something all the way up here to $1.63, okay, on a 1 3-minute candle on this volume bar right there. And then the very next candle, splack, it just took it all back. I mean, the next candle opened up and gapped down off of that high and just splack. It's like a bug hitting a windshield of a car, all the way back down, all the way back down. Look at this. Come on, man. If this was some chat room, you should be ashamed of yourself. You just crapped all over your subscribers and took them for granted and took advantage of them. This is ridiculous. Look at that. Look at this. Look at what that chart looks like. Okay, then look. Boom. all the way back down. Come on, man. Like, what is that? I've always said I have no problem with people in chat rooms at all. Like, look, if you know how to do something and you want to teach others and make money from it, I'm all for that. I really am. I think that's great. You know, I'm an entrepreneur, and if you have something of value and somebody's willing to give you money for it, you know, I'm all about freedom. If somebody's willing to give you money for something that they perceive value in, I'm not gonna like hate on that at all in the least bit. But don't do stuff like this. Like, what is that, man? Come on. Don't do stuff like that. That's embarrassing. That's just shameful. And, you know, it's taking advantage of people, and it's bull crap, honestly. Anyways, enough about that. Let's keep moving on. Tesla's always on watch for me, but not much going on there. And then the SPY is truly beasting. Look at this. And because the SPY is truly beasting, okay, brand new all-time highs, $337.02. You had things like Netflix beasting. Look at Netflix. Huh? Look at that. That is awesome. That is a real nice move off the open on that red to green. And you had Roku, which is my play. And we're going to go over that live trade right now. And you have, you know, this real nice play. I traded Roku on this red to green. And I traded Roku right here. Right here in this candle. Looking for this 90 MA VWAP cross on increase in volume. So I did it via options, and we're going to go over the options I chose and how I traded them right now here in the live trade. Okay, so well, actually, you know, before we do that, I'm going to show you here on E-Trade. I came here, Roku, you know, put my contracts. I wanted calls. February 14th was the nearest expiration date, which is Friday. And at the time I picked the 135 strike, because I wanted something that was close to being in the money, okay? I wanted something that was close to being in the money. I was in here right as we started to break, I believe, the VWAP right here. So I might have been just out of the money by a few cents. And I bought one contract, bought another contract, sold in one of these two candles. I can't remember which one. Then I rebought in here and sold up here. I should have thought about rebuying here. And that would have been money because I could have just ridden this 90 MA straight up. But I had already gone 2 for 2, well above my daily kind of average goal that I like to have, you know, of $100. And I was done. You know, I wanted to protect the profits and be done. So let's go ahead and bring up these live trades here. Oh, this is just me recording the ZKIN so you guys could see that. Look at that. Look at that. Come on now. That's just horrible. And then this is BRN, which I'm, you know, still watching along with REXN. Okay, so here I am in Roku. Okay, I'm in one contract. Now, Roku, there was a number of things I was watching on Roku. Let me show you here. On Roku, we had, come on. This is the daily chart on Roku. These are old lines. I did not draw any of these lines today. These are old lines. This is, you can see how, like, you know, history kind of repeats itself. Support area, support area. So I was watching this little blue line right here is the 50-day moving average. I was watching Roku for break and hold of that area. Right here, you can see it again. The 50-day moving average right here, 135.95. And I was watching Roku to break and hold that area. Now, what we had here was VWAP right above 135. So when we started going for that red to green move, I got long one contract. Once we started holding that area, I add my second contract. So we'll click play here real quick. Right there, I add that second contract. And then we started extending. We started extending it right there. And I was really considering adding a third contract. And honestly, I regret not adding that third contract. But I'll tell you why I didn't add the third contract. I'm pretty new to options. And I haven't traded Roku in months. So I am unfamiliar with how these options are going to move. I'm not as familiar with them as I am Tesla, which I've been looking at Tesla options, you know, for like 2 or 3 weeks now, nonstop, maybe even a little bit more. I think I traded a little bit of Tesla in December. So I was, you know, a little bit conservative as well. I'm not going to go too aggressive here, especially since I said to myself I wasn't going to be aggressive today at all. So I just pick up these 2 contracts right there. 11.14 is my cost basis. These are popping off at $12 right now. Okay. I'm looking to take off one contract here pretty soon and hold on to the other to see if we can get an extension move to 140. I picked my 140 target right here. Let me get this daily. I picked my 140 target from this candle right here, this top, 140. Next targets would have been 145, 144, which would have been the tops of these, 144. Okay, so that's where I picked my targets from. So I'm looking to take off maybe one contract up here somewhere and then hold on to the other one to see if we get a quick push. There we start stalling. I take off one contract at 11.59. Okay. Now I have one contract left. We get the quick little push there, increasing volume. I'm like, okay, well, this is good. Let's see what we can do here. I'm not even looking to take it off here unless we break 139 right now. We don't. Then this next candle, I'm like, okay, you know, I want to see this hold this 138. Sure, it could pull all the way back down here to 136 where VWAP is at in this initial morning high. But then these, when you're in options, you have what's known as time decay. Okay, while these strikes, these expiration dates are on the 14th, okay, which is Friday. The volatility on the decaying of the time isn't as bad as, nowhere near as bad as if they expired today or tomorrow. Whereas time passes, the value of them starts to decrease because the time value is decreasing. However, regardless of the fact, time value is decreasing as time progresses, right? So now I'm looking for this to hold that area. I don't want to hold it all the way back down here because it's probably going to put me really into the red. And I don't really like being green on a trade and then going back red. So right there, I'm getting ready to take that off. And I put out a limit order at 12.50 right here. I should have been more patient. I put out that limit order at 12.50 and it gets filled. So I'm out at 12.50. And then all of a sudden it goes right to 12.75. So I kind of miss out and leave money on the table there. But I do get back into it. Then that's when this happens. That's when the ZKIN fiasco happens. No trade there, obviously. Then I get back into just one contract this time to protect my profits. We're getting this 90 MA, getting ready to cross over VWAP right here. And I'm looking to see if we're going to get some volume increase and send this up to test the high of day. Maybe break it. Okay. So I'm in one contract, 1246 cost basis. Okay. Volume is increasing. We're getting that 90 MA crossing. Volume is increasing real nicely. And I'm just looking for it to break out and make a new high. I'm not going to hold on to it too long. Another reason why I'm not going to hold on to it too long is because you guys know I like to trade low float stocks. That's what I like to trade. But those are kind of dead right now. And I'm not a one trick pony. So I'm trading options on bigger name stocks, right? Because of that, it's kind of out of my comfort zone. I don't really know how these move as much or as well as I do the low floats. So I'm a little bit quicker to take profits. There we go. We start to get that little move there. Boom. I knew once we got over this little pivot, this little pivot, we should get a little squeeze going. I get ready to, put out an order on the ask. And I put an order out at 13.05 because we've made a new high. We've made a new high there, and the volumes, to me, the volume doesn't look impressive. But I mean, I guess it is, considering that this is a $139 stock and we're trading over 250,000 shares in a 3-minute candle. So I ideally, though, I'm applying the principles that I know from my low float trading, that we break that high a day. I'd like to see some volume bars, obviously bigger than these, which they are, but maybe a little bit closer to the size of these bars here at the beginning when we actually broke out, right? We don't get that, so I just put out an order at 13.05, and I get a fill right there. And it's a shame, right? Because this goes, they went up as high as 14 and change, okay? Look at the move that this made all the way up here to 141. So these went up well over $14, right? So I left like $1 on the table. Today could have easily been almost a home run day, but I'm not going to complain in the least bit. Here are my orders. Buy 11.06, buy 11.20, sell 11.59, sell 12.50. Okay, so that's well over $1 on that last contract. Buy 12.45, sell 13.05. So not bad at all. You know, almost hit a triple on the day, well over a double. So for those of you new to the channel, singles 100, doubles 200, triples 300, home runs 400, grand slam is anything up, 700 and over, or 800 and over, 800 and over actually. So I'm really happy with that, right? I'll hit almost a triple, well over a double today. So I'm really happy with the performance. I'm happy how I traded. And I'm happy that I was able to step out of my comfort zone once again and trade these options and trade some big boards. Now we're going to continue watching. And let me tell you, REXN just made a move while I shot this recap. I mean, it's early enough, I guess. It would have been nice had it held on to down here, you know, above VWAP. But this is a good sign for small caps at least. And we'll go ahead and see what it likes to do the rest of the day. Remember to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you traded. Hope you enjoyed the recap, and I'll catch you on the next one.